As if the AEW drama this week couldn't get any more dramatic, another twist in the story. Fraser, what's occurring?
Oh, it's a wonderful Wednesday night, and there's been some more drama coming. CM Punk has reportedly suffered a serious injury. The Wrestling Observer, reports that the AEW World Champion CM Punk has suffered a serious injury that will require surgery, believed to be from a tope onto John Moxley. He did a suicide dive during that match. And he did have a bit of a sore landing during the World Title match at All Out, and this is according to Dave Meltzer. Now, there's been rumors since Sunday that Punk was hurt following the match, as he was seen applying ice during the now infamous post-match media scrum. You could see him holding a very cold ice pack to an injury. Meltzer tweeted, "It's been confirmed to me no matter what happens discipline-wise that the title situation has to be changed and addressed tonight," as in tonight's Dynamite. As we sit here and record this, I think, 10 to 11 o'clock at night. We've got a couple hours till Dynamite. It's going to be addressed tonight. Earlier today, it was reported by Sports Illustrated that the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Pat Buck, Christopher Daniels, Michael Nakazawa, and Brandon Cutler were all handed suspensions for their role in the press conference altercation, or the post-press conference altercation, I should say, on Sunday after All Out. A lot of news there.
There's a lot that's gone on today. The status of CM Punk and Ace Steel at this time is not quite known within the company. We'll touch on that in a second. When it comes to the world title, what a mess this has been for AEW, and a lot of this is just misfortune. The last thing I think we would want is another interim champion in AEW. Yeah. This is I appreciate that Tony Khan is keen to keep their some sort of lineage, and then but I feel that, for one thing, it messes up Wikipedia if you add in interim champions, and for another as well, like this could potentially be the third interim champion in the space of a few months. When does the time come to just bite the bullet and go, the title's vacant, we're going to crown a new champion? That could be a decision that is made in just a short amount of time after you watch this video, because Dynamite isn't long away for tonight.
It's that thing, like you said, with the interim belt. It's a weird, obviously they've been trying to make AEW since its inception to be very sports-like and very sort of real. And that interim belt thing is very real. Like, it's very UFC and it's very mixed martial arts inspired. And it is such a shame that, obviously people have many different opinions about CM Punk, especially this week. But it is a shame that he's had that moment twice now, and then it's been taken away because of an injury. And I don't want to see an interim belt. I would like to, as much as I've been a big defender of the interim belts in the past few months, I don't want to see another interim championship crowned. We need to move past this. We need to move into, as you said, a proper lineage of the title, where they go, right, okay, cool. We've tried that. That's not worked. Let's go forward with a solid champion, because otherwise we're off for another 2 months of TV crowning a new champion, and who knows, maybe they'll get injured.
Exactly. Now, it won't be the only title lineage that is addressed on Dynamite tonight. We'll get to that in a moment. The other little bit of news that we have heard tonight is regarding the AEW locker room. Now, Fightful Select have reported that a talent meeting is set to take place, or was set to take place, at 4:15 p.m. EST, with talents, referees, coaches, and announcers. Bryan Danielson, Chris Jericho, and Jon Moxley were set to be the ones to lead the meeting. Now, there was a lot of love for Chris Jericho in the wake of this melee, this altercation at the AEW press conference. Sort of the cooler head that prevailed among many asserted himself as very much a locker room leader in amongst all of that noise. Now, there's a name that hasn't been mentioned in some of these lists in terms of people being suspended and people at this meeting, and that is, of course, CM Punk and Ace Steele. Now, a Zoom call was set to take place at 4 p.m. EST, 15 minutes before this talent meeting with CM Punk and Ace Steele. Now, multiple sources say that CM Punk will be taking this Zoom call from Chicago, which should put pay to any speculation that he is going to be part of Dynamite tonight. We are yet to hear, at time of recording, the outcome of that meeting. Regardless, as Dave Meltzer said, of any discipline, I don't think we're going to be seeing CM Punk full-time in AEW for quite some time, Fraser.
I know, I completely agree. I'm putting the speculation hat on for a second here, but it does feel like this situation cannot be sort of resolved in a way that means that CM Punk is going to be on AEW TV for the foreseeable future. It's one of those situations that we're right now, as more information comes out and out, it's like this, it's struggling to see how this bridge is mended. You know, it's, if he's not in Buffalo for Dynamite tonight, that's a big loss. You know, he is the champion at current point, still, even an injury or media scrum controversy aside, he's still the champion. That's the person that they've put their money behind at the moment.
But if this injury is as serious as what they're making it out to be, it's literally a matter of time before they make that decision and take the belt from him full time. Now, it won't be the only title that is discussed on Dynamite tonight, because a short while ago, before this talent meeting was revealed, Tony Khan put out a tweet saying, "Thank you everyone who watches AEW tonight, live on TBS, on Dynamite. I will address the AEW World Championship and the AEW World Trios Championship." That held by Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks.
Yeah,
Elite.
They had the big crowning moment. Moment. It feels, again, we're going back to the interim thing. If I really hope they don't put the first. They're the first champions, the Elite, but you don't want your first reign to be an interim champion. It feels, but I'm glad Tony Khan is coming straight out the gate and going to say something on Dynamite tonight, because that should put to bed a lot of the uncertainty around about the future of, well, AEW for the next couple months.
Well, as it stands, Young Bucks and Kenny Omega, fresh from their apparent first title defense of the Trios Championships against CM Punk and Adore, look to be potentially stepping away from that title scene whilst their suspension is served. But you know what? We're going to get the answer to that question on Dynamite tonight. Potentially 2 major titles being vacated on Dynamite in just a short amount of time from now. We will keep you updated throughout the night. A big thank you to our American writing team and those of us who cannot sleep through the night either. You are the brave souls that do that too. But we'll keep you up to date throughout the night at cultaholic.com. Our top story, once again, CM Punk has suffered a serious injury, and the AEW World Championship and World Trios Championship status will be addressed on Dynamite tonight. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.